just 5 minutes. Today we're going to be talking about a book called Feel Good in 5 by Dr. Ranjan Chatterjee. I probably just botched that name. I will apologize beforehand because the animals are going crazy. Welcome to my zoo. This book is actually a premise of you don't need a lot of time to feel better. Literally. This author says that you can feel better in 5 minutes. Specifically, they want you to do 3 things, 5 minutes at a time, for 5 days a week. And the whole premise of this book is the fact that stress affects this and happiness affects this, and you need to get it all together. So specifically, the 3 things are something for your mind, something from your body, and something for your heart. And so you'll be doing 5-minute tasks for each one of these things every day. It's actually, and they actually say, if you miss a day, no biggie, just move on. So it's very relaxed, it's very loose. 15 minutes, everybody can do that, right? And so that's what they're actually saying. Now, when you actually look deeper, they're basically just trying to help you build habit. Because he talked about how somebody was like, I need to floss my teeth more often. And how they made their 5-minute routine not to floss all of their teeth, but to floss one. And he talked about how they made their daily task not to floss all their teeth, but to floss one. And how he flossed one and eventually he found himself just doing 2 and 3. And eventually he was doing all of them. Sounds like a healthy habit to me. Never really called them habits, but I know that they are habits. So basically, as I read it, you're basically learning healthy habits. 5 minutes a day to work on a habit. And the author then contends that the habits will build. And there are healthy habits, one for mind, body, and heart. And they recommend doing one of each one 5 times a day. Now, they actually broke it down and they have little put together ones. Like if you want to conquer diabetes, these are the 3 you want to do. If you want to conquer whatever, do this. So of course I went to the weight loss one. And they basically wanted me to do deep breathing to de-stress myself. So breathe in, breathe out. Hand on your stomach, making sure you're breathing properly, thinking about the breath as it comes in, thinking about the breath as it goes out. Do that 20 breaths, and then you breathe normal for 20, and then you do another 20. So they wanted you to focus on breathing and slow yourself down. Makes sense, I'm with it. And then they wanted me to do 5 minutes of exercise, like squats and leg lifts and stuff like that, nothing intense. And then they wanted a happiness, a heart one, which is typically learning to celebrate, learning to do something you love. And the one they recommended for me was just to do 5 minutes of something you love, whether it's reading, crafting, gardening, whatever. 5 minutes of something you love. And this book says that that will magically cure me. I don't make this stuff up. You know, I personally have my doubts. I think that the whole breathing thing is actually good because I do know I hold on to stress. I know work has been stressing me out with some stuff. And I know that like by the end of the day, my neck and my shoulders are so tense. So I know that the breathing thing would be good. And of course, the heart thing, it's always easy to forget about ourselves to do something. So I think that doing the 5 minutes of things I love is absolutely fabulous. And I do think that those would have a positive impact on my life. For me, however, I am not so sure that 5 minutes of exercise would build into something more. I'm being brutally honest here. I just don't think it would. And I know 5 minutes of exercise is better than none, but I don't think that that would be what I need. So there is that. It's worth a try. But I like the concept of, okay, let's just do 5 minutes. We're not asking for a lifetime. We're asking for 5 minutes a day. Because if you do that, then things are building. I don't know. What do you think? You know, is 5 minutes a day enough to start you off to build your habits? Or is that setting you up for failure because you're not going to see any kind of progress with your weight loss for your 5 minutes of exercise and your 5 minutes of breathing? I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments and let me know if you've read the book. I'd love to know. I think it was a good book. I'm actually happy to read it. it actually just keeps putting positive reinforcement in my mind about building habits, about making myself healthy inside and out. So I'm happy that I read it, and life is good. No excuses. Today we are going to be talking about a book called Feel Good in 5. This is going to be crazy because the animals, they are specifically 3